how can the life cycle of tunnel assets be optimized through advanced maintenance and asset management?
First of all, we need to say to the people out there that maintenance and asset management in tunnels, why it's so important for the life cycle, and why it's so important for us is because tunnels and infrastructure and generally underground works have a really long lifespan. You can think about that for international standards, we call it at least between 100 and 300 years. But we also have underground. For instance, I come from Italy. We have a lot of underground works from the Roman period that are still operating nowadays. So we need to think about them like old people, that we need them. And this is the reason that we need technologies and strategies to help them. So in this way, they can help us in return. So this innovation, digital transformation, information modeling is really important throughout the process. And we will talk about it. Multidimensional mobile mapping system for data acquisition, because a lot of times we lack data on existing assets. So it's really important. We collect a lot of data. So AI is also really important to assist in the transition to smart data from big data. And also considering sustainability throughout the whole process, because we need to ensure that the environmental, the social impacts are balanced with the economical one, cost and time, most of all. And then we need to transition from BIM information modeling to digital twins. So this is also the reason why monitoring and IoT is so important, to have dynamic models that can integrate in the risk management framework and asset management framework of the authorities and the owners that in the end are the decision makers most of the time in the management of the infrastructures. Right? For instance, imagine a single track railway masonry tunnel built in the 19th century that require complete refurbishment for important structural reasons, and we have a construction operation window of just 10 days. And technologies and digital transformation must help us, because we need to be extremely efficient in the time and resource that we have.
Are there any other examples where this kind of optimization had a measurable impact, either in cost savings, extended asset life, or improved safety?
Rehabilitation is really important, is really sustainable, because sometimes it's better to reuse better existing infrastructure rather than building new assets. In a lot of cases can be like this. And a lot of cases we have also disused infrastructure, like abandoned infrastructures that for a lot of reasons, sometimes political ones, economical ones, social ones, they are abandoned. And we had an example, a recent example of a disused tunnel in a harbor area, really strategic area. So harbor generally, they are really crowded zone, as we can imagine. And so there is really a big project to help the traffic and the freight in this area, reusing this infrastructure. So in this case, it was really important to acquire as much as data as possible in a short time for the benefit of the tender and project. We used Akita, a technology that we have for multidimensional mobile mapping system. So in a single passage, you can acquire multiple information. We analyze this data, so big data, because we acquired laser scanner, photo, a lot of data. So we use the AI with Tunnel AI to help in pre-assessment of the information. And then we put this information inside digital workflow using Bentley products. And in this digital workflow, we had the reconstruction a really short time of the as-built condition. And this helped us in the parametric analysis of design scenario. Not only this, because we had also some serious cracks, especially at the portals of the tunnels, to be monitored. And we also integrated the possibility of IoT inside the BIM model. So for the transition that we were talking before about moving the BIM model from the static aspect also to the dynamic aspect and to the digital twin. So it was really nice opportunity to relate all the technology that we talked before on a really strategic asset that was abandoned, and now will be in a couple of years will be completely refurbished and used for the people and from the freight. So I think that is really an extremely important example of sustainability applied to existing assets.
Dimple, Max, before I ask another question, is there any response that you want to give to what Federico has just explained there?
I think in terms of you looking at the challenges of these type of projects, I think it includes a lot of, avoiding a lot of safety risks due to, worsening conditions. So I think it's a huge opportunity with what, Federico has explained here on, what different, how you can work more effectively also, in terms of safety, because I think safety is one of the main reasons of it, but it can also be like subsurface uncertainties, and when you do work in these type of projects, it can be siloed inspections, and and avoid high costs quite early in these type of projects.